Well, hello, it's Shandy from ExpressionFiberArts.com, and I got a ton of requests on how to make this cute crocheted snowflake, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. It's only 3 rounds, it's pretty quick, so let's get started. You're going to need a piece of cardboard, a size 0 US hook, a darning needle, some pins, scissors, and some scrap yarn. I'm using some fingering weight cashmere yarn that I had left over from a scarf. So to get started, just wrap the yarn 3 times around your finger like so, slide your hook under the first 2 loops, and pull the 3rd loop through both of those first 2 loops. And slide it off your finger, and you now have 2 loops. We're going to work into both of those loops. So chain 5, and double crochet into both of those loops. Now chain 2, and double crochet again into both of those loops. Chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet again, finish with a chain 2. Now we're going to pull up that middle. If you have a strong yarn, you can just yank your tail, but mine's kind of delicate, so I'm going to cinch up 1 loop at a time and then pull the tail, and your center will be nice and tight and it won't come undone. You can use that technique for lots of other projects too, like hats. Alright, so to finish off that round, just slip stitch into that first chain 5. And then we'll get started on round number 2. Okay, so go ahead and chain 3. And then work 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to chain 2, hop on over to that next chain 2 space, and work 4 double crochets into that chain 2 space. And then to continue on this round, you're just going to complete that. So chain 2, 4 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 2, 4 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, and you do that all the way around, ending with a chain 2. As you can see, these snowflakes go pretty quickly, so you can make a whole bunch for your tree, or for a garland, or for whatever you like. If you have any other ideas of tutorials that you'd like me to do in the future, just go ahead and comment below. I read every comment. I love reading them, and I love hearing your new and fresh ideas. So go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 there that you did at the start of the round, and that completes round number 2. So now what we're going to do is slip stitch our way over to the next chain 2 space. So just slip stitch in each double crochet across until you get to that chain 2 space, and then go ahead and slip stitch right into that space as well. Now we're going to make our first little edging for our snowflake. So chain 3 and slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Then you're going to chain 5 and slip stitch into the chain 2 space again. Like so. Now chain 7, slip stitch. Okay, and then chain 5 again. And slip stitch into the same chain 2 space. And then you're going to finish with a chain 3 and a slip stitch into the same chain 2 space. All right, so once you've done that, then you're going to slip stitch in each double crochet across till you get to the next chain 2 space, and slip stitch into the chain 2 space as well, and then repeat what you just did in each chain 2 space around. So that's chain 3, slip stitch, chain 5, slip stitch, chain 7, slip stitch, chain 5, slip stitch, and chain 3, slip stitch. And remember just to slip stitch your way over to the next chain 2 space. When you're done, just cut your end and pull it through the loop. And an easy and quick way to create the tag or the tie for your snowflake to hang from is to grab a darning needle and weave it up through the end of one of the peaks. So I'll show you how I do that. Make sure to do it on the back side and just try to hide it as best as you can. And this just takes a few seconds really. So I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, you can subscribe to my channel if you like. That way you won't miss out on any future videos. And if you want, you can head over to expressionfiberarts.com. I'll put the link below. And if you want to sign up for my email newsletter, you will get a coupon code to my shop. Yay! It's so exciting. So you're just going to poke it on up through that tip. There you go. And do the same thing with the other end. And like I said, this is some fingering weight cashmere yarn that I'm using just because I had it left over from a project. It creates a nice soft kind of vintage look. If you want to use cotton or something a little bit more stiff or sturdy, you can. You could use wool. I like to use natural fibers so that you can block them out, like cotton, wool, silk. You could use alpaca. So you can see the unblocked versus the blocked snowflake. What is blocking, you ask? Well, for today's demonstration, I just soaked my snowflake in water and I'm going to pin it out and let it dry. It'll hold its shape, but it's not actually stiff. If you want it to be stiff, you want to mix half Elmer's glue and half water. You can also sprinkle glitter on it if you want a sparkly snowflake. Ta-da! Just let it dry overnight. And there's your little snowflake. You could also wear these as earrings too if you want. And then just hang it on your tree for all to see. I hope your holidays are wonderful and I appreciate you watching. See you next time. Bye.